The Bikeriders. A name that many go by, but this particular movie focuses more on the Chicago Vandals gang. Riding club. Set up by Walter White, who simply wanted a place where he could enjoy the company of fellow motorcycle enthusiasts. His own certifiable man cave. Of course, as time goes on, he starts neglecting his family more and more, and starts putting more time and effort into the riding club, even as his control of the club starts to slip. Now, this would be a wonderful story to watch. Unfortunately, we also have America here. A wild child that gets into a lot of trouble with certain people and the police in general. But he just loves the freedom of the open road and having a big, thunderous engine between his legs, much to his wife, Kathy's, chagrin. And as the club itself starts to break down and America's freedom starts becoming less and less, it starts to put a strain on their relationship. Now, this would be a wonderful story to watch. Unfortunately, we also have Kathy, who happens to be the main narrator of this movie as she's being interviewed by a photographer. You see, this whole movie is based off of a photographer's book about the gang riding club as he went around practicing his photography and getting interviews from people about the riding club itself. So we hear a lot about how Kathy feels about the club being started and how it inevitably fell to the dark side, especially as her husband America is caught up in the middle of all this stuff. But this movie isn't even about her experiences, or even her. Which begs the question, what is this movie about? Well, it's kind of about these three, and it's kind of about how the riding club becomes just another gang. But just like the bikers themselves, this movie kind of rides around the country, just being free and showing us the good and the bad of this riding club. Diving just deep enough into Kathy and America's characters to get us to care, but never really diving deep enough into all of them to care that deeply. Especially with Walter White, and especially as the club starts doing some more questionable things.
What about the bar? Burn it down.
That's the real big issue here. We focus so much on this mythical entity of the riding club, yet we never get anyone to latch onto or feel for as everything happens. This movie certainly has some good aspects to it, don't get me wrong. The characters themselves are fun to watch, especially since they're acted really well. Watching as the club grows and adds members that aren't the most upstanding citizens, and watching as Walter grows more desperate to cling on to what the club was before all of this. But it's so unfocused, trying to tell this story from 4 different perspectives: Walter, America, Kathy, and the club in general. And it's told in such a way, this interview style, it makes it hard to pinpoint exactly what it's meant to be about, and thus makes it hard to care about what's going on in the movie. Especially with how much it jumps around in the first half an hour of the movie, as we learn about 10 different characters and the riding club itself. But if you are interested in seeing this one, you can probably, at the very least, wait until it comes out on streaming. I think it has just enough good in here to warrant at least that.